So here's a Delco Remy Series 28MT, which is really not very important. But the fact is that this Delco Remy starter may, in some versions, still be made here in 2019, and I have seen versions of it in a 12 volt or 24 volt way back into John Deere 4010s in the mid to late 60s. They don't change much, people, but they change enough to make sure that nothing fits with anything else. So it's in a 99 Winnebago Itasca with a 5.9 Cummins. And this is a starter. Batteries kept going dead. Put trickle chargers on them. Went to start it. Kids are loaded up. We're ready for vacation. And the batteries are dead. It click, 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 click. Put the jump pack on. Still click, click. Something's going on. So there might be another draw. As RVs go, they draw everywhere once they're 30 seconds old. Got enough juice on there between the jump pack and the jumper cables, and all of a sudden the engine wanted to crank all on its own. So for those of you who do not know what that means, that means most likely your starter solenoid, which is here, all torn apart, which is where your power wire and your ground wire come into, with these tiny little wires that activate this and let this jump over and cause a magnetic pull that pulls this plunger backwards, which in actuality pulls this lever in here backwards. And what that does is pushes the gear forward and engages the motor, goes onto the ring gear and flywheel, and therefore starts your engine. And as soon as you let off the key, this is disengaged, and this allows to go back and, like a turtle in a shell, right back into where it started, to be freely as the motor runs. What happens when the solenoid goes bad a lot of times is the solenoid sticks on. So you let off the key, solenoid sticks on, pulls this out, which then therefore engages the starter completely even after the engine is running. So you can get a new starter. You should get a new solenoid. Probably this problem in a diesel, especially in a diesel pusher motorhome and a generator going, I defy somebody to tell me that they can hear if a starter disengages with all that stuff running way back 30 feet behind you. So I'm assuming that this has been engaged while the engine has been running for some time now. So this is probably on its way out. This is obviously on its way out, and even more so. But it's Saturday night, and we are leaving at the ass crack of dawn tomorrow, and we need to get on the road. And so I am going to fix this enough to get us down the road. Let me just start it a few times until I can get a new starter. So what I've already done is removed it from the starter. This is your solenoid. I have unsoldered your positive and negative. And here you can see the plunger working. Now, on a new solenoid, or one that's working properly, everything you see here, here, and here should pretty much look like that, only nice and shiny. So what's happening here is we have a bunch of contamination and a bunch of corrosion, which is allowing for bad contact, and then once contact is made, for lack of not being an engineer, it will not let go because there's still enough juice there to hold it, and the power, whatever. Somebody in the comments can tell me what that means, but in layman's terms, yeah, this here sucks. So we're going to clean this up. We're going to clean these up. We're going to clean everything up, put it back together, resolder these joints, clean up all these terminals, clean up all the wires, and then we're going to hit the road and travel across America with a suspect starter, because the rig's 20 years old, and let's be honest, everything's suspect on it. So that is what we're going to do.